I know nothing. I really don't. I really don't. It's been an uncomfortable, hour, but I have nothing. No, I have not. No.
What was the reaction like among the team when you saw the report? Some were pulled. What was the reaction?
So I actually was in the shower getting ready to go through my media stuff, and so I was up in my room, and then went down to meet Zillow in the room, and just a lot of unknown right now.
Is the general sense that you guys believe that you're still in the race for
Yeah, we haven't heard anything, so I know it's been obviously an ongoing negotiation, and obviously that's more for cash and Hal and stuff, but that's been my understanding of it.
Hypothetically speaking, if he doesn't come back, how different is the organization?
I mean, that is hypothetically speaking. So you're speculating. I don't even want to go there yet. But at the end of the day, we're the New York Yankees, and we've always got to be in position to do everything we can to try and be the best we can be. And different things come up all the time that you lose out on things, you get certain things. So the task never stops in trying to improve and trying to become the best team we can be, and hopefully that involves Aaron.
Is it your hope that if Aaron comes to a decision that he decides, hey, let the Yankees know, bring a final offer to you guys? Do you hope you guys get the last chance at an offer?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, again, that's probably more of a question for Cash, but yeah, I mean, hopefully, you have that certainty, and you get to that point.
Aaron, how different is this for you this week, this off season, given the sort of
Magnitude? Yeah.
Of uncertainty? Like, are you sort of business as usual, just waiting to see how that plays out, or is there a lot contingent on
Yeah, to this point, obviously these last couple of days and the winter meetings always provide, I think, that's kind of sense of urgency, and the whole industry here, and a lot of the conversations that have gone on starting back in the GM meetings start to come to fruition here. Obviously, we have an amazing player, an amazing person that's a free agent for us, so that becomes a little bit more of a big deal, especially in these few days.
But does it sort of affect your day-to-day, I guess, or is there a checklist of things you need to do in the off-season regardless?
Yeah, no, it's my day-to-day is, I mean, every year's different. You're working on different things, but no, it's fairly similar, because in the end, I'm not negotiating the deal. So my off-season's fairly similar.
Aaron, you've talked about a close relationship you have with the others since you took over as manager. Characterize the conversation that this offseason is only just spoken about.
Yeah. I mean, I really haven't spoken to him any more or less than I normally would in an off season. Obviously the end of the season always kind of ends abruptly, and everyone kind of goes their separate ways, and so my dealings in this case with Aaron are a text message here and there. We had a conversation on the phone a few days ago, so those are kind of normal, in line with as we sit here in early December, the normal interactions that I would have with him during the course of an off season. Obviously, it's a different situation this off season than in past, with him being a free agent, but my interaction with him have been fairly normal.
What are your thoughts on Tommy Kaling returning?
Well, there's nothing official there yet. Look, Tommy's a guy that I think was a beloved guy in our room. He's got a big personality, but was also an outstanding pitcher for us. He's come back from Tommy John surgery. He pitched really well for the Dodgers at the end of the season. So he's a guy with a number of talented relievers out there. We certainly feel like he is returned to his form.
In mid-November, Hal Steinbrenner said that his impression was that he thinks that Aaron Judge wants to be a Yankee. Is that the impression you got in your conversation?
Yeah, I've always felt that way. I mean, I've always felt that way with Aaron. That, and I always feel like he certainly belongs in pinstripes, and a guy of his stature and his greatness. Hopefully spends his entire career and into Monument Park and into the Hall of Fame as a Yankee. So he certainly feels that way, and that would be the hope. Yeah, I knew a little bit. He and I talked a little bit about it right at the season's end. Kind of walked through that a little bit. So I knew he was a little disappointed about that.
Why do you think that came up again after the season between you two?
I don't know. When we talked, we talked at length that last night. It's just one of the things we talked about. But I don't think it was anything intended to be a tactic or anything. It was intended to be because we knew it was going to be constantly speculated on and out there, and we just didn't want that to be the case. Kind of want to run to the situation.
Did his disappointment in that becoming public, though, and talking about it again, did that give you any cause for concern about?
No. I think the negotiation is going to be what it is, and no, I don't think that's a factor in anything going on.
Played in both New York and Cincinnati, small markets. What's the big advantage of playing in New York? Disadvantage compared to a smaller market?
In what context?
As a player.
Well, I mean, the advantages are, typically in a bigger market, you have greater financial resources to do certain things. I don't know, but every place is unique, and when I was in Cincinnati, it felt like a really big deal and a baseball town, and it really mattered to the people, and I certainly have felt that way as a New York Yankee, probably on a greater scale. He's doing really well. We're encouraged by how he's doing. I actually think he's in Tampa right now. I think he was scheduled to see the doctor today as another check on the foot. But when I actually talked to DJ about probably 5 or 6 days ago, and I think he was really encouraged by how he's doing, and the time down has kind of helped him. So he's been running and taking ground balls, and I think he's been encouraged by how he's doing. I know Timmy Lentek, our trainer, was encouraged after getting eyes on him, seeing him yesterday. So we're optimistic, and hopefully he continues to move in that direction.
Aaron, a month ago, when Hal spoke to us in the others meetings, he said how he had spoken to Aaron a number of times after the season, and he just wanted to let him know how important it was, for him to stay, and how important he was to Hal, which is it's a big effort on that to speak to him multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything? I know you don't write the checks, obviously.
Right.
So, I mean, what can you do as kind of the incumbent team? Is that a hard thing to do? To kind of, you just have to kind of assume that he likes being where he is.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
the other teams that do the coordinating type of stuff, right?
Right. I think it's a little bit different when you're trying to, just recently in recent memory, obviously, of when we signed Garrett, you're introducing them to an organization. So you're trying to get out information about the organization, about the city, about the area, about the team, and different things. So you're trying to educate in that way. Obviously, when it's a guy that's been there as long as Aaron has and has grown up in the organization, that's a little bit different. You're not recruiting in that sense. So, definitely different.
I mean, do you wonder if there's any other things that you could have done at it, you know,
Right.
personally like that. I mean, I guess there's nothing else like you feel like there's anything that you could have done. I mean, you already know Aaron really well.
Right. I don't know. I mean, you just try and be as authentic as you can, and you know, everyone has a role, and you know, the tense you're talking in, I don't like, and hopefully that's
I'm just saying you're at
hopefully that
like, you're
changes.
at the end of the race. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can really
Yeah.
do at this point.
Yeah. I think it's ultimately going to come down to what you're committing.
It's always been assumed that it's automatic as returns that he's going to get.
Those will be conversations we have.
When you heard the news that broke briefly that you signed, Trevor, you had that sort of uncomfortable couple minutes. What did you do? Did you call Cash and say this is true? What?
Yeah, I just gotten out of the shower and was getting dressed, and so I called Cash. I said, "What's going on?" And he said nothing. You know, so 10 minutes later, I was down in the suite and then meeting Zillow. So.
Yo soy Pedro Beato, te invito a la máquina deportiva.
León Núñez, te invito en la máquina deportiva.
Mi gente, le habla Michael Martino y le invito a ver máquina deportiva.
A dos. Saludos mi gente aquí directamente en Guatatá con la guagua urbana, una vaina gustativa con la gente bacana, lasmaquinasdeportivas.com para que te pongan cloro, para que chequeas a mi sosa y la receta de la crema, una vaina gustativa, la máquina deportiva, ya tú sabes, ponte al día. Yeah.
Hola, soy José Vera. Les exhorto a que continúen con la máquina deportiva.
Bueno, hola, es Andrés Blanco, le invito a que disfruten la máquina deportiva.
Yo soy Manuel Acosta, de los New York Mets. Saludos a la máquina deportiva.
Hola, yo soy Iván Gómez y un saludo para la máquina deportiva.
Hola amigos, yo soy Francisco Cervelli, receptor de los Yankees de Nueva York, lo invito a la máquina deportiva.
Mi nombre es Nerio Rosario, un saludo a Máquina Deportiva.
Hola, mi nombre es Anel Rodríguez y un saludo a Máquina Deportiva.
Bueno amigos, mi nombre es Rafael Pérez, lanzador de los 100 de Cleveland. Los invito a que ustedes vean a Máquina Deportiva. Todo eso.
Hello, hola, soy Carlos Santana y le invito a que vean la máquina deportiva. Dale.
Hola, soy Orlando Cabrera y quiero que sigan con la máquina deportiva.
Hola, yo soy Bruno y le invito a que sigan con la máquina deportiva.
Le hablo de ese cordero varón para que sigan la máquina deportiva. Saben ustedes que si no hay máquina no se puede conducir. Ese cordero varón le dice a ustedes que sigan en sintonía.
Hola mis amigos, soy Analisis y quiero invitarte a que sigan en sintonía con la máquina deportiva.
¿Qué tal mis amigos? Les habla Tony Bravo. Quisiera saludarles a toda la gente que sigue la máquina deportiva. Oniel, tú sabes que te quiero muchísimo, me da mucho gusto que nos acompañes hoy día, donde estoy todos los miércoles a cantar Bateador y rojo. De corazón agradecido. Un saludo a toda la gente que sigue en la máquina deportiva, en el cual me siento orgulloso de ser amigo, muy pero muy amigo y hermano de mi hermano Oniel. Te quiere siempre, Tony Bravo. Ah, pues esto es un palo.
Hola, soy Manny Acta, manager de los Indios de Cleveland, y te invito a la máquina deportiva.
La máquina deportiva. Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Celina Toribio. Un saludo desde mi corazoncito lindo a toda la gente que ve y escucha la máquina deportiva. Me gusta el béisbol. Esto tiene su sabor latino, sabor a béisbol, que lo cante mi gente.